Allie's less brave than Bentley. But they both like to crawl in your lap and stuff.
Oh, good.
Once they're done.
We just adopted 2 rescue kitties, and one of them is almost feral.
Oh, really?
She will let us pet her, but it's always on her own terms.
Oh, no. These guys might take a little bit of time to,
Yeah.
because they...
It always, well, hi, you guys are not unfriendly.
No. No.
Hey.
They are so happy to get attention because it's been so busy lately.
Oh, gosh, yeah. Well, and of course, I looked at the instructions and pulled up to the other place first.
Oh,
and then
yeah, that's right.
Wait, no, they've moved out of there.
Right, I know. I peeked out the blinds and I saw a car there and I was like, oh, I better go there.
And then Gwen luckily had sent me a text with the correct address. So.
Oh, good. All right, here we go. Let's see. And here's Princess Consuela hanging out, watching. What are you doing?
You guys are adorable. Just as cute in person as you are on camera. Hi, Princess. I won't stare at you.
What do you think? No. It's been cute to watch them, like, she's even done really well with Calliby, who is, as you may know, a challenge
Yes,
for all cats.
Yes.
Just like, he'll just go right up to her and just hiss right in her face. And the first time she kind of, was not into it, but then after that she's been so good.
Oh, good.
They've been very
Well, mostly 2 things. One is we had the dogs, and we didn't know how she would do with dogs.
Yeah.
Whereas kittens adapt pretty well.
Yeah.
And the other is she's somebody that will keep her attention, and we have too much.
Yeah.
Even though Drew's retired, we wouldn't be giving her the attention that she really wants.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we'll find her the perfect,
I think so too.
the perfect home. She's very sweet. So that's a good one. And she would do well in a number of homes. So
Yeah.
I'm hopeful about that. So let's see. I'm gonna get.
Oh, there's Grandpa.
Oh yeah. He's a removed from the back
again. Hello.
He likes that feather too.
She's adorable.
I'm just gonna get the. Let's see. Paper.
I may have to get one of those toys. I've been looking for the little nylon tents.
Oh,
everywhere I go, and you're right, there's not to be found.
Yeah, it's so sad because we used to have so many of them. They used to just be at the dollar store. Your kids are there eating breakfast.
Oh, hey, Aura. Oh, you are adorable.
She is.
Yes, you're a very beautiful girl.
I think she's gonna miss having her little kitten friend.
I think, yeah. You don't have any pregnant moms on the horizon, do you?
No, I'm trying to. I think we probably could get one, but with her surgery and possibly surgery with Cassidy and Hyatt, and Salia's gonna have a big recovery from her surgery, so I'm gonna make sure that
everything. It's just not.
It's a little bit tough operating out of here, and I don't know, but who knows what will happen. But I just want to make sure that I can care adequately for 3 complicated
Right. No. Allie, you know that cat. What are you puffing up for?
All right, so
Oh my gosh.
the tiny suitcases. Not so tiny suitcases. You're driving, right?
Yes, but
Okay.
it's going to be a 2-day
Yeah.
trip.
It'll be an adventure.
Just back to Portland today.
You're gonna have fun.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you may need their health certificate,
Yes.
and then this is their microchip info, and
Oh, well, they have been microchipped.
yeah,
Okay. Cool.
because of just because they were going to the States.
Okay.
And,
Great.
they spelled Bentley's name wrong, but you can, if you change their names or whatever, you can do whatever you want.
Oh, I think we probably can keep them.
Let's see. Oh, and pen.
You don't really get to see all of his silver markings in the
They are
cans.
gorgeous.
They are amazing.
I mean, Allie's coloring is very unique.
Yeah.
It's so neat it's been neat to see them kind of develop and.
Yeah. And you don't see as much of her tortiness in the camera, do you?
Yeah. And I haven't posted as many photos just because there's been so much going on. But I have a few more. I posted one on the page last night.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll post a few more as I go through.
Okay.
So that you
I've been trying to pick up as many as possible and
Yeah.
put them on the new Facebook page, all the old videos and whatnot.
Yes. I have some good ones that I just. So here's the contract.
Okay.
There's one copy for you, one
Okay.
for me. And get this together. That might be Hunter.
So I assume you have their worming and
Yes.
all that
That's
schedule
all.
too.
Right
Vaccinations.
Yes.
you are. She's as old as the ones that we had.
5, almost 6 months.
Yeah, they're late March and early April for their birth dates.
Oh, they're probably much bigger though, huh?
Yes, quite a bit bigger than she is.
Yeah. Oh, did he get stuck in his pantry? Oh, I thought we did.
Kitty in the closet.
That was bad.
They like to go in those closets.
So bad. Okay, mommy. Alright, so this is their histories.
Okay.
So that shows just their vaccines and their deworming. They just had their revolution and their.
Both of these are for Bentley.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, hopefully they match then.
You could cross off Bentley
I
for Allie.
could, no.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay.
There.
Thank you.
And then,
Oh, Ben. Yes, you got it. Oh.
my laptop in case someone has. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Were your two this size when you got them?
Yes. Almost done.
Yeah. You've been in the kitten phase for a while.
Yeah. Yes.
You're ready for it.
Yeah.
That's good.
We haven't had kittens in a long time. The last adult cat that we had was going to be 23 on her next, a month later, but she died right before then.
Wow.
She hung on there for a
That's
while.
amazing.
Yeah.
It might be Hunter. Oh, yes. Trying to get my. There you go. All right, so. Not so tiny suitcases.
Yes.
And Suzanne put these together, so, and then you can see some of who sent which things.
Oh, okay. All
I
right.
wasn't sure. I'm sure she put these in there, but we'll just make sure. And these are their scented items.
Yeah. Okay.
So they could probably take this one in their carrier maybe.
Yeah, maybe we'll go grab that.
And then start. You get.
Oh my God! You're
custody
giving
of
me
this.
the roadkill.
Creepy roadkill, yeah. You're so lucky.
Well, at least you're not giving me that noisy cheese.
Oh, I know, the cheese. Always a favorite. Always.
A favorite to be dissed.
I know. And we have like 3 of them, so it's never going to end. And I got a new one.
Oh,
Different variety. I think it might be quieter, but it's definitely not.
Oh, that's too funny. At least one of them was over sniffing at the carrier, so
Ah.
they were interested.
It might be.
And there is some scent of our kitties on them.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
At first they were pretty hissy with the other cats, but now they're used to it. So I think they might do a little hissing at first. But.
Well, we're going to keep them separated.
Yeah.
And then, actually, we've got the screen door that isn't attached, so we'll actually lay the screen door up so that they can see and smell each other in between.
They're all young, so it shouldn't be too tough.
Well, we did have a bad experience with introducing adult cats to each other about 15 or 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was a disaster.
Yeah, that can go very bad.
Yes, we had to replace 3,600 square feet of carpeting.
Oh my
because of pee and spray and yikes. So we're going to be really careful.
Yeah, no, you can't go too slow.
No.
You'll know when it's right. But they're
absolutely.
You shouldn't have those problems with kids, but
no,
you never know.
You never know, so we're going to be careful.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Are you excited? So they have their little graduation caps from Grandpa Mason, and many assorted toys in here, and they're in suitcases.
Okay.
Fully accessorized, and then some lovely blankets people have made.
Oh my goodness.
No, handmade.
It's a labor of love.
Yeah, no kidding. It's amazing how much time.
Well, I crochet too, so maybe I'll have to pay back. Send some crocheted blankets up.
Oh, so nice.
Yeah.
You have to stay here though. Sorry. She got some blankets too. And then kicker. Only the favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, these are good.
Oh yes.
Yep. So all sorts of things in there.
Okay.
This is Allie. So I'll just put one up.
This is Bentley's.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Unless
Glad you're on top of it.
Okay. Okay. Just progress.
Here.
Where'd those guys go? Oh wow, off exploring.
I know. Oh, I see. There's Bentley back there. Allie must be close behind. Okay, Bentley, and then this is Allie. All right. So we've got an adorable
Oh, that is really cute.
We can get the cutest thing. Oh, very pretty.
Oh, nice.
Very pretty. Hi, Bentley. Are you gonna have a big adventure? So excited. Kicker and blanket. We have pretty much assuming that her graduation cap is in there.
Okay.
Very good. Fully accessorized. Lots of things. We have to repack this. So, Alright, so that's the not so tiny, not so suitcases.
Okay.
And let's see what else. Do you have any questions or anything?
No, I mean, I've been watching pretty obsessively for months, so. Oh, are you going to go with me instead?
Yes, who loves an adventure too.
Yes. Oh, you're getting used to me. Oh, you're not going with
I
me,
know.
though.
Laura.
It's not time.
What about me?
Yeah. You'll get your forever home.
Oh, that's
Oh, yes.
a little snot for the
Yep. Little sneezy kitty. All right. Well, why don't you put them in their carrier?
Okay, yeah.
They're not used to me picking them up yet.
Hi, Allie kitten.
I'll go bring the tiny suitcases.
Okay.
The not so tiny suitcases.
Sounds good. Allie, kitten, are you going to go in there? Oh, let me kitten's going in. Allie, kitten. What are you doing, Allie, kitten? Oh, you're so fast. Oh, such a fast Allie, kitten. Come here. Come here, what's this? What's this? Oh, I gotcha. Okay, you have to stay here. You live here, Pantheroo. Go see your brother. Go on. Watch your tail. Perfect. Now where's Mommy? Let's find Mommy. Oh, here. Can you think about your kittens? They're going to have a wonderful life. You did a great job. You don't have to worry about them. Okay? Oh, yeah. It's okay. Oh, no.
I come back
Camera.
in a moment.
No. I bumped the camera. As usual. Oh. Good job. Good job with the black glitter kittens. You can follow them on Facebook.
Okay.
They're like, all right, she's not excited about the carrier.
Mm-mm.
All right, Mommy.
I wonder if she's had bad experience with carriers.
Quite possibly. And I haven't had to put her in too many except when she was in labor. Oh my goodness. You guys are going to have so much fun. So much fun. All right.
Alrighty.
Well, safe
thank
travels.
You for everything. And
Thank you.
Let's see, one of these is actually I stole from the other.
Okay. There we go. And let's see if you have any questions or concerns or anything, just reach out.
Text or call or email or something.
And if they are trying to escape, you can just throw one of those blankets over. They might settle down. Kittens.
Well, I'll probably stop every so often and just give them a little
Little snuggles.
Yeah, and I have portable litter trays and
everything,
perfect. So they'll be good.
Perfect. I'm not sure when they went last, but they did have a snack recently.
Okay. All right.
So they won't be starving, but they may have to.
Okay.
Hopefully not. Okay. Oh, good job. Have a good trip.
Bye-bye.
Say bye-bye, Mama.
And of course it's pouring rain.
Yeah, perfect timing. All right, thank you so much again. Welcome to the family.
Looking forward to it.
We'll add you to
the journey.
Yes, it will be. Oh gosh, it will not rain.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll add you to the Facebook group for the adopters.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, there they go. think this is yours. Well, all right. The princess was not excited about the carrier. Where do you go? So we're down to one or a kitten, and that's it. So next, now it's Princess Consuela's turn to find an awesome home. Which I'm sure she will. We'll make sure she gets a good home where she gets lots of love and attention. Right? And so yeah, mama cats are programmed to be able to move forward quickly when they have to say goodbye to their kittens, because biologically they have a biological mandate to reproduce as much as possible, and they wouldn't be able to do that if they had a prolonged mourning period. I do think that it takes a couple of days for them to adjust, but she will be surrounded by, she has Aura and she has all these other cats that she now knows, and so I think she's going to be fine. Well, I know she's going to be fine. But it is always hard. It is always hard for the first couple of days. At least for us humans, it's hard. But I am confident that they are able to move on quite quickly. We've seen enough kittens lost and enough adopted that we can say that pretty confidently, right? So, shoulder kitten. So if you would like to give Princess Consuela a loving home, send an application, tinykittens.com/adopt. She's super sweet. Hi. Very affectionate. She's a little bit chatty. She's a little bit nervous right now because she didn't seem to like that little carrier for some reason. And here, oh my goodness. But she's checking out the place. She's been great with the other cats. I think she would do okay in a quiet home or a somewhat active home. She loves to have snuggles and be petted, and she loves to play. She's very playful. So she's a great cat. So I'm not going to put her by herself in the room downstairs, so she'll be up here just loose from now on with these guys. So I guess we'll have the camera up here, and I don't know if you can see Mason. Behind the ottoman there. He's under that white chair. she's pretty cute with this feather stick. She likes to pick it up and carry it around. So she'll be fine, and I'm hoping that we will get her home sorted out very soon, and then she can move on to the next phase of her life. And in the meantime, we're trying not to take in a bunch more cats right now because Aura's surgery is going to be coming up, and Salia's surgery is going to be coming up, and we don't know about the miracle kitten and his surgery. He might be having a surgery, so we have a lot going on, and then we have Hyatt and Tom now. Hopefully Tom won't be with us too long, but Hyatt probably will. So it's pretty high maintenance, and Aura, if you missed it, had a really high fever, so she was supposed to go for her CT scan last week, and decided to spike a really high fever the night before, and so I took her down there, but they made a good decision to not do it that day, because we all want her to be healthy and not take on any additional risk if we're going to have to do sedation. So her fever, of course, broke the next day, and we found out that she had mycoplasma, which is a bacteria, and so that's what caused her fever. And then yesterday, Cassidy, the miracle kitten, aka Original Pups, got the same fever, and so they're both being treated. It's not surprising because she sneezes all over him and he cleans her little snot rockets off her brisket. So that's not surprising. We're not quite sure how she ended up with. She may have had mycoplasma since she was born and just became symptomatic just now, and it's not something that we normally test for unless there's a reason to, so we're going to have to talk a little more about that. But luckily it is treatable, and both her and Original Pups have responded within hours to the antibiotics, so that's good. So we're keeping an eye on everybody else, but healthy adults that haven't been like literally ingesting her fresh snot bacteria should be fine. But we're keeping an eye on Grandpa Mason. His temperature has been normal. So anyway, yeah, so I'm trying to keep our intakes very limited for the next little bit, just because I need to be able to provide whatever care is required, and it's been a challenge with moving here and having everything in my house, and just all sorts of other things going on, that to have time to do everything. And so imagine if we had another Chloe come in and it was another, however many 8 weeks of round the clock feedings and stuff like that, that just wouldn't be possible with all the other stuff going on. So I need to be able to provide the very best care possible to this one and her little friends. And so we'll see how things go. There's never anything that's guaranteed, but I'm going to call tomorrow and get Aura's CT scan rescheduled. Salia's going for a CT scan on Tuesday. Her echocardiogram came back pretty good. There was some slight irregularity with one of her heart walls, like just with the thickness, but very, very minor. And so Dr. F's very good at detecting heart murmurs. And so they said we may want to check it again in like 6 months, but it's pretty much not anything we need to worry about at this point. And it may never be. So that was probably the best news that we could have gotten for her. So especially considering she's got sedation for CT scan, and then she'll have a surgery, specialist surgery to remove her ear polyps. Hopefully within a week or two of her CT scan results. So her specialist surgeon will be able to map out exactly what the best approach is. He'll know how big they are. He'll know what the risks are before he goes in. So we're pretty happy that we can do that. What else? Hyatt seems to be responding better to visual cues in the last couple of days. He's making me chase him around to give him his meds, which is a good sign for him. It's a bit more challenging for me. And so we're just going to keep treating him. It's been probably almost 4 weeks of treatment. And so we'll keep going, and then we'll retest to make sure that we've gotten his toxoplasmosis treated. And I'm not sure then if we'll keep treating to see if we can keep the sight coming back, or if it's just time for him to heal. Yeah, thank goodness I didn't have to take Hyatt's temperature. That would have been... Mason's not too bad. Mason luckily is so sweet and non-violent. He squirms and tries to escape, but he never tries to bite me or anything like that. He has some fluff stuck to his nose right now. He's trying to walk around and play it cool, but he's got a little bit of fluff on his nose. Hi. Princess Consuela is not looking for her babies. She's over there under the table watching the feathers. I know that it's natural to project our own sadness onto her, but I don't think she's there. The kittens are old enough that in a natural setting they would have been independent by now, and she would have been pregnant again. So usually once they get pregnant again, they are done with their last litter. Not always, but usually that's how that works. And so she got to spend a couple of extra worry-free weeks with them, which she's never probably been able to do. I know, it's very special. Look how cute she is. Oh, she's so cute. Now she's doing roly-polies. I don't know if you can see over there. No, you can't. She's doing roly-polies on the floor next to me. There's a question for Salia's surgery. Do they go through the ear, nose, or mouth? That's a great question. That's why we're getting the CT scan, because that will help us determine what the best approach is, and and make sure that her surgery is as efficient and low risk as possible. Yes, this is a shoulder mounted snot cannon. She likes to jump up and then sneeze right into my face. He's so cute. What else? Oh, and so Tom is our new guy. He came in yesterday from the Happy Forest just to get his eye checked. We had neutered him in May, and he had his eye checked at that point. It had been injured previously and looked all healed up, and at that time was quiet and healthy. So they decided not to remove it since it wasn't causing him any problems. So now it's just looks like he's got an infection. I did not see any ulceration on his cornea from what I could see. So I think it's just a run-of-the-mill eye infection that we can treat pretty quickly. And then he can go back to the forest. He's luckily been much easier to handle than Hyatt so far anyway. We'll see how he does as he gets more confident. And what else? I think that's it. Right? You are so pretty. Thank you. We do still have happy forest cats that need to be spayed and neutered. We don't have anywhere to hold TNR cats at the moment. We're trying to work something out, but we have to be careful that to comply with all the bylaws and everything for this area. We were going to try to get like an RV or a trailer or something, but we can't actually have those here. So we're working on plan B for that. See, look, Princess Consuela doing just great. Not worried at all. I think she's pretty happy. Here comes Grandpa. So, I don't know if something happened to the Hyatt cams earlier. I haven't had a chance to look at that. We only know of one litter of kittens that was born in the Happy Forest this season, or rather on the adjacent property where we don't have access. But they started coming to the feeding station when they got a little bit older. This is my life. Yuck. Look at that. Do you see that? That's a good sample that you put on my sleeve. I'm sure there were more kittens that were born that we didn't see, but we're at about 90%. We're able to maintain about 90%, but for spay and neuter. But when you have 250 plus cats, we still have quite a few that live at the property where we don't have access. Just thought you guys needed to see this. It's not rocket. Thank you, Aura. Isn't she cute? It's not supposed to be green. It's not supposed to be green like that. So, hopefully once she starts having her surgeries, we won't have this anymore, per se, necessarily. But maybe we will. Just not as much, hopefully. Where are you going? This seems like an ambitious plan. I don't know where Puff is probably hiding. He has stranger danger. Now I need to go wipe this off my shirt so that I don't accidentally touch it. Alright, so I think that's all the news I have. Yeah, at least it's on my shirt. There has been snot everywhere. I'm so used to it now, it doesn't even bother me. Because it just happens all the time. Let's see. Oh, that's not snot, luckily. So anyway, yeah, so I think that's it. So I'll leave the camera up here, but the sound will be off probably most of the time because I make lots of noise, and this is like my living space, so I have to make phone calls and talk to people and stuff like that. Sometimes I mutter to myself, so, oh, here comes Puffa. Puffa, come on, come here. Oh, he needs to have a drink of water. Puff might be trying a new physical therapy regimen. I haven't quite figured out how to engineer it. But something to strengthen his back end. He's having a drink now. He usually drinks for long periods of time. What else? I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else exciting to report. So you're probably just going to see lots of cats sleeping with the occasional Orcuda zooming through and Puff making questionable choices. Oh, the grass toilet worked. They actually liked it. I meant to order another one, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. I did try water therapy with Puff when he was little, and that was a no-go. How long does it usually take Happy Forest cats to become accustomed to being inside? It can take up to 48 hours. It's totally normal for them to stay in their spot for the first day even. He did explore last night a little bit, it was nice having the catio across the street that they could go out and they felt sort of more at home there. I think the space where they are now could be improved, but we're working on getting an actual proper door. Someone's making us like a custom door for the Lego wall, which will be nice so that we don't have to use that. Well, that accordion door was terrible and it didn't work and it was broken and it was loud, and so now it's slightly different, but over the next couple of days we've been sort of working on that. So there's been some disruption and there was definitely some noise yesterday when I was reconfiguring the Legos, so he hasn't had like the most low stress welcoming experience that he possibly could have had, but he actually was enjoying being petted. He's scared and he's shut down, but he was enjoying being petted at times, which was cool. So I think that's possibly a good sign. Maybe someday he will want to come back and see us. Puff, are you done drinking? You should come say hi. Puff. He's checking out the situation. So anyway, I think that's it. Yeah, it's not unusual for them to sort of pee where they're sitting the first day or so. So I will get that taken care of. I haven't done the morning meds or anything yet, so that's the next thing. We unfortunately can't start anything. There are still a few things that are outside of our control that we have to wait on in order to move to the next phase of Tiny Kittens, but so we're going to get through the best we can, and which we've had to do for the last couple years anyway, so we've gotten quite good at it, and so it's all gonna work out. The grass toilet, I do have a lot of enzyme cleaner, definitely. With the grass toilet, there's a company in Vancouver called Pet Pasture that they will send out a little box of actual grass for like, mostly for like small dogs to use indoors. And so they sent us one for free because the Jedi kittens have it. And I thought maybe Miracle Kitten would like it because it's an absorbent surface and it's easy to get in and out. But for the first week, he just mostly went in there and was just eating the grass all the time. And then as it started to dry out, then he actually started using it as a litter box, which was the intent. So he's got peculiar litter box taste. All right, so I'm gonna get started on meds, and I will leave you with this.